Okay, what is up all you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Mosh Mob channel. If you're new to the page, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mosh, and for the year 2022, we're going to be focused more on drones and RC cars, which brings me to this. I decided to bring out a drone that's been with me for a while. It is the Holy Stone HS720E, and it is just beautiful. I've done so much work with this. It is so much fun to play with, but it is also a serious drone, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So stick around if you're really interested in this drone. If you're a beginner just looking into this drone and you want to learn how it starts and how it works and what the footage looks like, make sure you stay tuned. Smash the like button, subscribe, all that cool stuff that YouTubers make you do. I bought it out to Old Silver Bowl Park here in Henderson, Nevada, because there's some really awesome shots to get around here. There's some bleachers, there's some baseball fields, there's some trees over there. So let's get started. I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. We're gonna go ahead and get started. And the first thing I want you to know is the battery right here. It goes into the bag, and there's one way to do it, you know. So you just slip it in, and there should be a click. It should pop in, and now it is good to go. So let's go ahead and get the controller set up, and then we'll connect the app. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay out of light over here and keep it all within the still shot. First thing you want to do is open up the controller just like that. It opens up all the way, and there is phone holder right here. It pops open. There is a little clip right at the bottom, so you put your phone right in there. It slips in. You turn these this way, and it should work out relatively good for your phone. The first thing you want to do to get started is turn the drone on. So the drone itself, just press the button and it turns on. It makes a cool noise. Now the controller next, the first thing you want to do on the controller is press the lock button and then slide this over, and that should turn on. Now on the controller, there's all these different buttons and settings, all these different things. You might not know what you're looking at. But on the very right side, let's see if I can get a close-up. On the very right side, there's a controller battery, there's a drone battery, and these are just signal strengths and everything. This is distance and height and how far it's gone and how high it is. This is GPS on or off. That's on the right side of the controller. You can set the GPS on or off. Okay, so up is off, down is on. It is on right now, and I'm not connected to any satellites, but it just jumped up to 12 actually. So I'm connected to 12 satellites. This was what this number is. It'll jump up, it'll go down, all that stuff. Now they highly recommend that you get a higher number of GPS before you start it, and right now it just jumped up to 15. So right now at 15, I'm gonna try to wait till it's about 16, but if it stays at 15, I'm super happy. But anywhere into like double digits, like 12, 13, anywhere up from that, you're pretty good. Now there's a lot more buttons on here. This is the automatic takeoff. The button all the way on the left side of the controller with the two arrows, one up, one down, and two lines. That is automatic takeoff. It'll go up and it'll go down all by itself. This button on the right side of the controller is return to home. When you hit that button, wherever you are, wherever the drone is, the drone will return back to where it started from. It'll raise up to about 200 feet or whatever you set it up on the app. We'll get back to that later, how to set up the return to home distance and height. But wherever the drone is, if you press this button, it'll return to you and land or come close about 10 feet within you, okay? Now there's other buttons on the top. This is a high and low speed, so to get the high and low speed, you hold down the button and it'll switch from high and low. There's a light symbol here too, and all you gotta do is press the button and it'll turn the bottom light on the drone on. On the other side of the controller is the picture. Now if you press the picture image once, it'll take a picture. Now if you hold it, it'll take a video. This trigger doesn't do anything. The silver trigger on the left side of the controller, it doesn't do anything. On the right side is what controls the camera to go up and down. That is all the controller has to offer besides the GPS on the side, which I explained already. Up is off, down is on, high, low speed with the light that goes underneath, photos, how to control the camera and everything. And then you got the joysticks, of course, right here. Right now I'm going to show you guys how to set up the app for your phone. Now the first thing I always do, and I'm not sure if this is true for everybody, but I always turn my phone on airplane mode just so I don't get any interference from outside calls or anything. I think that's a good habit to get into, but if you don't want to do that, I'm pretty sure this drone will work without that. But since it's on, I can connect right to the Wi-Fi right from there, turn my Wi-Fi on now that my airplane mode is on, and since my phone is already attached to it, it'll connect to the Holy Stone. It'll say, on the app, it'll say Holy Stone EIS and then add some numbers. Mine says 2984 BOA. Yours may say something different. Now the app you want to use is the Black 4K Ophelia Go app. It looks just like that. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it on screen, and if you can't, I'll put the emblem right here on screen right now. But I'm gonna hop up into the app and we're gonna enter device right now, and it looks like everything is working well. I'm able to see the camera on the drone, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start automatic recording right now. So everything from this point on is on the drone. Now on the app itself, there's a bunch of different settings. It's recording right now, but okay, so what you want to do right away is go to the right corner and hit that settings icon. Now in that settings icon, there's a whole bunch of different settings and stuff. What you want to do is click on that beginner mode. So you get rid of the beginner mode, it'll get rid of all restrictions as far as it'll go. Underneath beginner mode, there's choices for orbit, semi-diameter, which allows you to control how far the drone will circle around you in orbit mode. So you can set that up to 164 feet, which is pretty far, anywhere from 16 feet to 164 feet. Now max distance says it is maxed out at 3,277 feet. That's pretty good. That's relatively good. I've never gotten that far. Max altitude, it says it maxes out at 394 feet. So distance is how far the drone will go, and altitude is how high the drone will go. So how far the drone will go is about 3,277 feet, and how high it will go is about 394 feet, if you're willing to take it that high. I think I've never really gotten that high with it, but I've gotten near it. Now under it, there's return to home altitude. It says RTH altitude. Right there is where you can set how high your drone will rise up in the air when it comes back to you. So wherever it is, say you're like stranded in a desert or something and you can't see how far it is, when you hit return to home, that button on the controller, it'll rise up to the set height, which is about 164 feet. It says it gets to 164 feet, which I like to set it high just in case it's towards the ground. It'll raise up and come all the way back to me and avoid all obstacles in the way, anything tall, like this thing over here. You see that pole right there, that metal pole, the light? It'll rise above that and then come back to me and land within 10 feet of me or 5 feet of me or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these orbit semi-diameter. We'll set that to about 20 feet, 30 feet. Max distance, I'll keep that at about 800 because I don't want to go too far. This is just a test. And max altitude, I'll keep pretty low too. I'll keep at like 115. And then return to home altitude, I'll set all the way to max. I'll set it to about 100 right now. And there is a choice inside the app to choose metric or imperial feet. So you can choose meters or you can choose feet depending on which country you're in. This is a really great drone, and like I said, it's recording. So we're gonna go ahead and get it up in the air. I got the camera right here, so we're gonna go ahead and get filming. You'll be on the tripod and we'll get the image from here right now. So everything is recording right now. I got my camera on my chest, I got the camera on the drone right now recording. It's willing to go, it just wants to do. So first thing you want to do is push the controllers down to the right. That is the geometric calibration. So what you're going to do is once you push those down to the bottom right, you want to spin the drone 3 times like that, and then 3 times like this. And it should be good to go. The next thing you want to do is push the lock button, and it'll turn on, it'll start the actual engines. Now to take off automatically, all you gotta do is press the automatic takeoff button. So now it's rose up in the air, and you guys should be able to see it pretty well. Now it is in GPS, and I have crashed this drone before. So I'm just trying to be careful. It is set up to satellites, it is recording. I have a decent amount of battery life left. So let's see how high we can get it first. We're just going up and up and up and up. Up and up. We're at 184, 190 feet. We're gonna stop it at 200 feet. That is up 200 feet right there. Let's play with the camera a bit. Tilt it down. There I am right there. Right there. That little dot. So you can see that's the height, 200 feet, and it's all unstable. It's all stable shot right now. So it is up there. Let's give it a nice rotation around the landscape. See what we got here at about 200 feet in the air. Oh, rocking a bit. It's rocking a bit. It's no DJI, but it is awesome. Plus, I was going a bit fast, so let's bring it down. Plus, we do have a bit of wind out here right now. You can watch everything on your phone right here, right from where you're at. So you don't have to keep an eye on the drone. It is a good idea to look back and forth and make sure where the drone is from where the footage is, because sometimes there can be glitches. And that's no fun. Nobody likes glitches. So that top right button, if you press it one time, the light on the bottom of the drone will come on. And if you hold it down, it'll change speeds from low to high. Now if I hit down on the joystick, on the left joystick, it'll stop it from doing whatever motion it's doing. Even when you hit return to home, it'll stop it from going. So right now I'm gonna get into orbit mode while it still has battery. Over on the left side of the app, there's 4 squares. So you hit that and there's a follow me button, an orbit mode, and a headless mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit orbit flight and see how it does right here. Now this thing doesn't have obstacle avoidance. It doesn't have obstacle avoidance. So I'm hoping it just goes with what I'm trying to do. It's definitely orbiting me, but it's not keeping a step. Okay, maybe it is. That's all the footage on the screen right here. I guess it's trying to keep me in focus. Okay, now it kind of is. It went around one time, and it looks like it's going to run into this. Oh man, that was close. That was close. It almost went into the fence right there. And it looks like it drops down a little bit too, so it looks like it gets pretty low all by itself. It depends. It goes up and down. Plus, I've also crashed this drone, so maybe yours won't do this. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off orbit mode real quick. You just do the same thing you just did. Hit the 4 squares on the app, hit the orbit mode, and it'll shut off. And like I said, I crashed this drone and I had to fix it, and I don't think I did the wing perfectly, but it still works really good for what it is. And for $269, you really can't beat it. The imagery is really good. It can get really high, it can go really far. Okay, so hopefully I was as clear as I could be with how to start the drone, how to get it up in the air, how to set up the app, which app to use, which app I use. I've heard there's other apps to use for this drone, but I've never tried them out because the Ophelia Go app is perfect, the imagery is great, and it has a lot of settings for you to play through. The headless mode I never got to, and the follow me mode, which I've never gotten to work. So that's one thing I'd say is a downfall. I never got the follow me mode to work on the Holy Stone drone. It would always give me this error, this Wi-Fi couldn't connect error or something. But hopefully they fix that sometime in the future with the firmware. I didn't get to try that, so if it does work, I apologize for speaking out of turn. But it is a great drone to have, fly, use. I've flown it up mountains, I've flown it around schools, I've flown it at the track, all these different areas, and you should definitely get you one if you're looking into one. If you cannot afford a DJI, if you're a beginner and you're just getting into drones, check out Holy Stone. They have a whole range. I started out with the Holy Stone HS720E, which had a gimbal underneath it, but on one of our videos we actually broke it, so we had to get a new one. And ever since that day I've had this, and it has done me so good. It is a great drone to have, so definitely check it out if you're interested. If you have any questions, make sure to leave comments down below. I hope you guys enjoy this updated video of the Holy Stone HS720E. I hope you guys enjoy my personality and are enjoying my videos in the 2022 year. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. There's so much more to come, so make sure, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button down below. Check out all our other videos, hit the like button, and all that other cool stuff that you would do for other big YouTubers. When you come on YouTube and you hit that like and subscribe button, pretend I'm a big YouTuber and that you're doing it to help society and help us gain a following and helping the world in the meantime. So thank you all again, and I'll catch you guys in the very next episode. Peace and love. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to go down below and leave a comment. Let me know your favorite part and what drone you'd like to see me do next. As I said, we will be getting the Skydio 2 Plus, which is an amazing advancement in our arsenal. It is a self-sustaining, self-flying drone that we can kind of just throw up in the air and it'll follow us. So it's going to be amazing time. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, waiting for that, make sure to go check out my Merry Christmas giveaway video for your chance to win a Holy Stone HS720E drone. It is smaller than the one I showed you guys today, and I have a video on that on my page about 3 or 4 videos back, so make sure to go check that out as well. I appreciate you all so very much. Catch you later.